will you strike the Iranian nuclear component? And what time exactly, sir? Sir, would you strike it? Would you please inform us so we can be there and watch? I mean, you don't know that I'm going to even do it. You don't know. I may do it. I may not do it. I mean, nobody knows what I'm going to do. I can tell you this, that Iran's got a lot of trouble, and they want to negotiate. And I said, why didn't you negotiate with me before? All this death and destruction. Why didn't you negotiate? I said to the people, why didn't you negotiate with me 2 weeks ago? You could have done fine. You would have had a country.
The Iranians reached out to you?
Yes.
And what did you say?
I said, it's very late. You know? I said, it's very late to be talking. I don't know how much longer it's going to go on. I mean, they're totally defenseless. They have no air defense whatsoever. We've totally captured, we've totally captured the air. Unconditional surrender.
I want to make mention that the YouTube channel that I'm showing to you is with Times New. And just so you know how current it is, it's 3 hours ago. So this is today. I just want you to know I'm not showing you old stuff.
Surrender. That means I've had it. Okay, I've had it. I give up. No more. Then we go blow up all the all the nuclear stuff that's all over the place there. No, they had bad intentions. For 40 years they've been saying death to America, death to Israel, death to anybody else that they didn't like. They were bullies. They were schoolyard bullies. And now they're not bullies anymore, but we'll see what happens.
And let me tell you what, this death to America stuff is showing up in graffiti. Is painted all downtown Los Angeles. I actually would not want to even put a picture up on Facebook, at least. Maybe X would allow it, but this is, and Trump has clearly called out who is doing that. And to be so bold for some of these people to drive around with FUCK ice on the back of their entire car windshield in Orange County, may I add, and of course LA County, which it's just another level of boldness. Okay. Iran wants to see me in the White House. I wanted you to also see this, what President is basically what he said when he was asked by a reporter on this question here. And so if you'll just bear with me, I hit the wrong button. So there we go. We're going to see this one now. This, and by the way, this is from Fox 2 hours ago. 2 hours.
So do you have any questions, please?
Do you know the latest on the evacuations out of Israel, Mr. President? Have
No.
you been updated on that?
No, we're having a meeting in an hour. We have a meeting downstairs in 1 hour. Yeah.
Mr. President, on Iran, if regime change does happen there, if the regime falls, do you have a plan for what you think would happen?
I have a plan for everything, but we'll see what happens. Got a ways to go. They should have made the deal. I had a great deal for them. They should have made that deal. 60 days we talked about it, and in the end they decided not to do it, and now they wish they did it. And they want to meet, but it's a little late to meet, but they want to meet, and they want to come to the White House. They'll even come to the White House. So we'll see. I may do that, but it's a shame it could have been done the easy way.
Do you think the regime there could fall?
Sure, anything could happen, right? Of that, sure.
All right, we hear President Trump saying there.
Okay, so basically we have that one, and want to also make mention that President Trump is behind a closed-door meeting concerning this dire matter with security people, and they are having like I said, a closed-door meeting. One last video that I want to bring you over into before we get into a sheriff that is running for office, and he's explaining SB 54 and all the drama that we're having. I'm hoping to actually have him on the show, by the way, but I want to introduce him here in a sec with his video that I found him on TikTok. And basically we have one more thing to see. And this is about the interest rates hopefully this will play.
Maybe I should go to the Fed. Am I allowed to appoint myself, Doug? I don't know. Am I allowed to appoint myself at the Fed? I do a much better job than these people. So anyway, we should be 2 points lower. It'd be nice to be 2.5 points lower. We'd be saving $800 billion, $700 billion. It's a lot of money. Think of it for nothing, for absolutely nothing. We'd save $600, $700, $800 billion. We have, I think we're 38th now in interest, and we should be number one. We should be the lowest. But, and by the way, if he's worried about inflation, that's okay. I understand that. I don't think there's going to be any. So far, there hasn't. I mean, we have almost no inflation. We've done a great job. When I came in, we had a lot of inflation. We went through 4 years of the highest inflation in the history of our country with Sleepy Joe Biden.
So basically, Trump is saying nothing works to get stupid Fed Chair Powell to cut interest rates. But my question, and my husband had the same question, is can Trump just get rid of him? Because he seems to really always be not the Powell guy. He's never lowering the rates, and our interest rates are skyrocket. And it seems like, I just don't know if that's a solution, but can he fire the guy? Because that seems like it would be a real good solution to me. We are definitely going to go over to True Social. This is where President drops it like it's hot. And this is really where we learn what is happening a lot. And so this is you'll see a ceremony. It's like a minute and something with them raising these flags that are huge. And I can see where they were saying there's no gold fringe, but maybe they did it at the end, because I think that's what they were saying. The pole was hitting around or something. So, and then Trump is showing off the new White House flagpole. And he made a point to do this morning at like 11 a.m. and put two big gigantic flags. They're going to be taking these up and down every day, I guess, right? That's gigantic. For America first, all day long. Anyway, okay, so that was that, and he's talking a fair amount about the border today and the bill, and this was his last post 1 hour ago, and it's from the National Border Patrol Council. In May of 2024, the Biden administration released 62,000 illegal aliens into the United States. But here's the thing. He says 21 million, then I get this number, but I think they're way under inflated. I mean, there's so many more, I know. But 1 year later, and only 5 months under the extraordinary leadership of President Trump, there were 0 illegal aliens released into the interior of the United States. And so he's given a big shout out to, Border Patrol, and rightfully so. And that was the last thing there. But let's just go over, and like I said, I hope to have this person on my show really soon. I really do.
Why is ICE here in California?
Start this over.
Couple of days, our streets have turned into chaos because ICE was doing its job in our communities. And the question is being asked and needs to be asked. Why is ICE here in California out there in our communities arresting people? Let's be clear. ICE is not going around randomly picking people up at your Home Depots or any other parking lots. These are targeted operations against criminal illegal aliens. Individuals wanted for such things like human trafficking, child exploitation, sex trafficking, narcotic sales, and so forth. These are not minor offenders. These are dangerous individuals who should have never been released back into the public from our county jails. So why are they being released? Because of California's sanctuary law, SB 54. Sheriffs across the state are prohibited from working with ICE inside our county jails. That means that even if someone is wanted by the federal authorities for serious crimes via a detainer, we are not allowed to notify ICE or transfer custody. Instead, we are forced to release these individuals back into the very community they victimized. ICE doesn't want to be in our neighborhoods. They are forced to be there because the state of California refuses to let them do their jobs inside our jail system, where it is safe and controlled. I understand the media is causing a lot of fear. I understand, as an immigrant and Hispanic myself, just going to the store right now can feel scary. But let me tell you, if you're a legal resident or a citizen of Hispanic origin, you have nothing to worry about. Again, ICE is not out there looking for you abuelas, your tío, your primo, or the paleteros. These are targeted operations for criminal illegal aliens, the ones who victimize our communities,
Yeah.
the ones SB 54 claims to protect.
Mhm.
Since the beginning of my campaign, I have said it very clearly. SB 54 does not protect immigrants or illegal immigrants. It protects criminals. And I will do something about it as your sheriff. I will strongly advocate to amend SB 54 to allow our sheriffs to work within the county jails with ICE. Period. When we do this, we can ensure that criminals are transferred directly to federal custody in a controlled environment without disrupting our neighborhoods or putting our deputies and communities at risk. This is not about politics. It's about public safety. It's about protecting every family in Los Angeles County, regardless of background. As a combat Marine, a law enforcement officer, a father, a husband, I will never support a policy that puts our communities in harm's way. We need leadership that has the courage to say the truth and to fix what's broken. I am Oscar Martinez, and I'm running for Sheriff of Los Angeles County.
So I really want to help him. Like I said, I'm going to reach out, and maybe he'll take the offer. I don't know, why not? This is a dire situation, and we have a lot of fear mongering even on Facebook. I'm in part of some groups around nearby cities, and they were posting that ICE was out at certain stores at midnight last night. That is not true. And so there's a lot of fear mongering going around and a lot of false information, circulating. And people really are afraid to go out. But if they're not, like he ended in saying, if they're not here legally, they potentially could get detained even, but they were going after criminals. And I saw Homeland Security with the list, and the list is up on, I have it on my account because I always share it. And so I want to invite you to go over there and follow me there. And also here follow me on YouTube and on Facebook, where you'll see these stories, the media. I'm trying to keep up with President Trump. Who can do it? So we're hoping that all these laws do get turned around and changed here in California so we can enforce law and order, and the police officers can be able to work with the sheriffs, and ICE wouldn't have to be such a heavy presence. So anyway, it looks like we have thousands and thousands of extra troops being deployed to California, and we need them. And so we welcome them, and we're keeping them in our prayers. God bless America, and God bless you. Thanks for watching. I'll be back tomorrow with more news. Have a great night, everybody.